Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. And excuse me, got a little bit of a cold going on, so if my voice sounds a little bit different, please excuse me. But anyway, we're here, ladies and gentlemen, and we got another big game coming up for the Knicks tonight, 7 p.m. versus the Cleveland Cavaliers at Madison Square Garden. And look, to me, it is a big game. And here's why. Because the last time we played the Cleveland Cavaliers, we got dusted off. We got dusted off by the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then, of course, it prompted a big media storm. Because Steve Mills, Scott Perry, they came out and they did a impromptu press conference. You know what it is. So let's take a look back, man. Let's rewind. Let's take a look back and, take a look at the whole scenario. And then we'll take a look at and we'll do a game preview, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a look at the whole scenario and understand why this game is so big, in my opinion. Right? When the Knicks played the Cleveland Cavaliers the first time in Madison Square Garden, immediately they went down double digits as Colin Sexton did his thing, ladies and gentlemen. Colin Sexton had 31 points in that last game. He had 31 points the last game. You know what I'm saying? And, we've got to find a way to stop Colin Sexton. You can see right here in the game, Colin Sexton gets a steal, goes coast to coast, bang, brings it home. The Knicks already down 14-4 within the first few minutes of the game. The Knicks down 11 points right there as Jordan Clarkson goes to the basket and dunks it home. And, of course, now we're going to wait for everything to rebuffer. R.J. Barrett tried to do his thing, but no, Tristan Thompson wasn't having it. The Knicks down 58-36 right there in the third quarter, getting blown out from the tip. The Knicks just had no chance. They had just come off of beating the Dallas Mavericks. That's what made it so bad, as you see Tristan Thompson and Colin Sexton connect on a fast break as the Knicks lost by 20 to the Cleveland Cavaliers. It wasn't pretty. It didn't make anybody feel good. As a matter of fact, it made most people upset. And you know who it really made upset, ladies and gentlemen? It made James Dolan upset. James Dolan was mad. He did not like the way that game went down. Of course, we didn't like the way the game went down, but neither did James Dolan. And he let Steve Mills know about it. He let Scott Perry know about it. And as he let those guys know about it, he said, we need to do a press conference. And this is what happened in that press conference, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a listen to the press conference. We're going to go backwards a little bit. Check out the press conference. Here we go.
Hey, guys, we just felt like, given that this is our 10th game, we felt we had an obligation to come and speak to you guys. Obviously, Scott and I are not happy with where we are right now. We think the team's not performing to the level that we anticipated or we expected it to perform at, and it's something that we think we collectively have to do a better job of delivering the product on the floor that we said we would do at the start of the season. We still believe in our coaching staff. We believe in the plan that Scott and I put together and the players that we've assembled, but we also have to acknowledge that we haven't played at the level we expected to play at. We haven't played we've seen glimpses of how we can play as a team when everything comes together, but we've got to find a way to play complete games at the level that we expect our team to play at. And that's a responsibility that we take collectively, but I also think it's important for us to communicate to our fans that we're not happy where we are right now, and we're committed to making this better, but we have to, as a group, come together and be more consistent in terms of how we play.
With that, we'll take questions.
Just out of curiosity, what spurred you guys to address us in this fashion? Because It's rare for it to happen.
We're not happy with where we are. This is not where we expect it to be at this point in 10 games in, and we just felt like we had an obligation to do that.
What's your sense about what the owner, James Dolan, feels about the product so far and the play of the team so far?
I mean, Jim still believes in the plan that we put together, but he's passionate as we are about this. So he would want us to have a better results on the floor as well. But I think Jim is a fan and believes in what we're doing, but he has the same kind of expectations that we have. And this is really about how we feel about what we should be doing and what we should be delivering as a group. And we all take responsibility for that.
Did he talk to you guys today?
We've talked to him during the game. I talked to him all the time over the course of the game.
Chris?
Do you feel like the level of effort is where it needs to be right now? I mean, do you feel like you're seeing enough just on the court that their effort is where it needs to be?
I think it's the lack of consistency there. For the most part, we've seen it, but you see sporadic efforts too, and that's what we talked about as we sat, during this game, and one of the reasons why we wanted to come out and address you guys, because we got to be consistent in all areas of the game, starting with effort.
Steve, I know you mentioned the 10 games, but is this something that if they played like they played Friday night, you wouldn't have come out tonight?
Well, I think if we had delivered that level of effort again tonight, and we probably wouldn't have come out. But this is something that we expected, a more complete game of basketball tonight than what happened on the floor, and we feel like we have an obligation to talk about that.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You can see how this game is so important. You can go check out the entire video. It's on New York Knicks YouTube page. You can go check out the entire video. But the last game we played the Cleveland Cavaliers, it jump-started a firestorm. And it was crazy for a couple of days. And we all thought Coach Fizdale was going to be canned. Well, he didn't get canned, and he's still here. But let me tell you, that game was at home too. That game was at home, just like tonight's game is at home. And if the Knicks lose to the Cleveland Cavaliers again tonight by double digits, the Knicks can't lose tonight. They cannot lose to the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight. They can't do it. You can't. You can't. We need it to come full circle now. It comes back around and we get this win. You can't win. And if we get blown out, that'll be bad. So we can't let it happen tonight. We've got to come away with this win tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because the last time we played the Cleveland Cavaliers, we lost by 20 points. We got blown out. It wasn't pretty. It was pretty bad. Colin Sexton killed us the whole game. And it was a firestorm. So we got to change those fortunes tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we've got to do. We got to change those fortunes tonight. So before we get to the preview, the last game, we lost 108-87. Right? You can see it up there, 108-87. And the Cavaliers dominated the game from start to finish. You see the leaders of the game. Julius Randle had 20 points for the Knicks. Colin Sexton, he had 31. We're going to talk about what to do with Colin Sexton. Frank Ntilikina had 6 assists. Darius Garland had 6 assists for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Frank had 2 blocks. Tristan Thompson 1 for the Cavaliers. Julius Randle also had 16 rebounds. Tristan Thompson had 9. We'll need Julius Randle to show out, but I think we're going to need Frank and Dennis Smith Jr. to show out just a little bit more. The Knicks dominated the glass, and we're going to do the same thing. We got to dominate the glass once again. We had 19 assists, 11 steals, 8 blocks, 21 turnovers. 21 turnovers. We got to take care of the ball this game. 21 turnovers. We let a team that's not really a fast break team, we let them get out on the fast break. They had 23 fast break points. Cleveland really is not a fast breaking team. But we let them have 23 fast breaking points because we turned the ball over so many times the last game. Got to take care of the basketball this time. We let Cleveland have 50 points in the paint. 50 points in the paint, we scored 32. We got some work to do this game, ladies and gentlemen. Last game, we had good bench play. We got to have good bench play again tonight. We have 41 points off the bench. We have 46 points from our starters. Cleveland had 74 points from their starters. Bench had 18 rebounds, 8 assists, 6 steals, 6 blocks, 7 turnovers. We shot 38.5%. The bench did. Starters only shot 34%. So we've definitely got to shoot better from the field. Definitely got to shoot better from the field this game if we want to win. All right. Now, players of the game, the NBA players of the game, the previous game, Colin Sexton, he was the player of the game for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Julius Randle was the player of the game for the New York Knicks. All right, so what do we got to do to win this game? What do we got to do to win this game, ladies and gentlemen? Let's go ahead and break this thing down because we've got to get this win. It's important to me, right? It's going to come full circle tonight. We got to go ahead and get this win. Bring it home. Let's see, you know, going into this tough stretch, we need it. The Knicks on the season are 3-10. Cleveland Cavaliers, they're 4-8. The projected starters for tonight, Frank Ntilikina starting that point guard, R.J. Barrett starting that shooting guard, Marcus Morris starting that small forward, Julius Randle at power forward, Taj Gibson at center. All right, for the Cleveland Cavaliers, Darius Garland at point guard, Colin Sexton at shooting guard, Cedi Osman at small forward, Kevin Love at power forward, and Tristan Thompson at center. Mitchell Robinson has a right sprained ankle, but he is probable for tonight, and we're going to need him. We need his energy. We need his inside presence. And it's not like he's posting up. We just need that alley-oop presence that we've been getting the last few games. Elfrid Payton, he has a right hamstring. He's out for the Knicks. Reggie Bullock is out with a neck. Larry Nance Jr., he's out for the Cleveland Cavaliers with a thumb. Or he may be day-to-day. Dylan Windler's out with a lower leg, and John Henson is out with a hamstring problem. All right, the game is on tonight. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, 7 p.m., Madison Square Garden. All right, let's move on. Let's take a look at the team comparison. Right now, the Knicks are on a one-game losing streak. All right, they defeated the Dallas Mavericks. The previous game versus the Charlotte Hornets, they led the entire game, had a 15-point lead in the third quarter, then they lost it. Lost on the last second shot to Devontae Grant. Heartbreaking loss. The Cleveland Cavaliers just come off of a loss last night to the Philadelphia 76ers. They're on a 3-game losing streak. They're 4-8 on the season. I mentioned that earlier. Numbers behind the game. The Knicks average 100.2 points per game. They gave up 109.2 points per game. They shoot 42.2% from the field, 35.8% from three, and 46.6%. They grab 46.6 rebounds per game. All right, they average 20.4 assists, 16.1 turnovers per game. We're going to need the Knicks to take care of the basketball. Remember, last game they had 21 turnovers. Can't have 21 turnovers again. The Knicks' offensive rating is 101.1. That's last in the league. Their defensive rating is 110.2. That's 22nd in the league. I mean, I definitely prefer the Knicks have an offensive rating that is, you know, in the upper half of the league. Right now, we're in the lower half. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they average 104.4 points per game. Their opponents score 107.7 points per game. They shoot 43% from the field, 31.3% from three. They grab 45.3 rebounds per game. They average 19.7 assists and 14.5 turnovers. Their offensive rating is 103.9. That's 25th in the league. And their defensive rating is 107.3. That's 15th in the league. So they're a better defensive team than you might think. better defensive team than you might think. So they may do a better job at creating turnovers than you might think. So we've got to be very careful and mindful of what we're doing with the basketball. Right? Let's take a look at some of the key matchups. I think the biggest matchup is Colin Sexton and Frank Ntilikina at the point guard spots. Well, Frank Ntilikina at the whatever guard spot that Frank Ntilikina is. Okay? Colin Sexton, 6'1", 190, averages 18.3 points per game, 3.3 rebounds per game, 2.3 assists per game, and 0.7 steals per game. He shoots 44% from the field and 35.8% from three. And I want to talk to you just 1 second before I finish this up. Right? I'm going to come back to this. But ladies and gentlemen, we've struggled all season long and playing defense on some of these small guards. These small, quick, fast, and shifty guards. We've struggled. We've got to figure out what we're going to do against these guys. Right? Because we can't get Colin Sexton had 31 points. 31 points the last time we played him. All right? And you can see, he coming to the season averaging, 18 points per game. 18.3 points per game. And he's a great player. I don't want to say great yet. He's a very good player, is Colin Sexton. He's a very good player. But we have at least one guard that can defend him. And you know who that is. That's Frank Ntilikina. We've got to use that. Right? And I'm going to talk about it as I look at the keys to the game. I'm going to talk about, defending Colin Sexton. But we've got to use Frank Ntilikina because he does a good job playing defense on guards in general. Right? Now, maybe he has a little bit of trouble playing defense on some of your smaller guards. Because he's long. Colin Sexton is, I don't want to say short because to me and you, he's not short, but he's small and he's quick and he's shifty, right? And Frank Ntilikina, I think, sometimes has trouble guarding those guards who are a little bit smaller than him, which most people would. So there's a few things that I think we've got to do to guard Colin Sexton. One is we got to let Frank Ntilikina guard him. Right? Instead of switching off on Colin Sexton. I think that's going to be a key. I think that's important. We got to let Frank Ntilikina guard him. Right? And then we got to find ways to get the ball out of his hand. That's going to be up to David Fizdale and the coaching staff. Find ways to get the ball out of Colin Sexton's hands so that he's not killing us. Now, there's going to be a ton of screens run for him. You know what I'm saying? Ton of screens run for Colin Sexton if you're trying to keep the ball out of his hands. Or if you switch, then guess what they're going to do? They're going to isolate him on Julius Randle, Taj Gibson, or whoever else they switch on to, Bobby Portis, and he's going to destroy him. All right. So, we've got to, we need Coach Fizdale and everybody to really figure out a plan for Colin Sexton, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Frank Ntilikina, he averages 5.2 points per game, 2.6 rebounds per game, 3.1 assists per game, and 1.6 steals per game. He shoots 35.4% from the field, 34.6% from three. It would really be nice if Frank Ntilikina can get hot and start scoring some points because that's gonna put some pressure on Colin Sexton to play defense. Make this man play more defense. Make him play more defense. We got to make him work. It's nice to have Dennis Smith Jr. back because he can put some pressure on Colin Sexton. Can he stay in front of him? I don't know. But he can help put some pressure on Colin Sexton. We're going to get back around to this matchup a little bit more. I just wanted to kind of give you a preview and emphasize Colin Sexton. I really want to emphasize that we guard this man, right? Another key matchup, Julius Randle, Kevin Love. All right, last game, Kevin Love had 17 points. Julius Randle had 20 points, 12 rebounds. Kevin Love at 6'8", 251. He averages 18.2 points per game, 12.1 rebounds per game, 2.9 assists per game, and 0.9 steals per game. He shoots 44.4% from the field and 34.7% from three. Julius Randle, he's 6'8", 250 pounds. He's averaging 15.5 points per game, 9.5 rebounds per game, 3.9 assists per game, and 0.7 steals per game. But Julius Randle, ladies and gentlemen, he's shooting the lowest this season. He is shooting his lowest percentage from the field since his second year in the league. Julius Randle shooting 42.3% from the field. He's shooting 20% from three. But since his second year in the league, he shot 42.9% that season. He's been on an incline ever since, shooting 48% and then over 50%. He's now back to 42.3%. We'll see if he's ever going to be able to get out of it. I don't know. And I got Kevin Love there at center. He really should be at power forward. So excuse me for the mix-up. But we need Julius Randle to come through tonight. Listen, the last game, offensively, he played better. He distributed the ball better. I don't want to say distributed the ball. He did a better job of recognizing the double team and kicking the ball out. I think he had 6 assists. He's averaging 3.9 assists on the season. Probably the most assists he's averaged in his career. He's probably averaging the most turnovers he's ever averaged in his career as well. All right, but we need Julius Randle to be on his game tonight because we're going to need him to put some pressure on, make Kevin Love play defense, make Tristan Thompson play defense, make those guys play defense down there. All right, Julius Randle this season is averaging 3.8 turnovers per game. Keys to the game. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, ladies and gentlemen. Number one, we got to be motivated to rebound from that last game. It was an emotional game. We played well for most of the game, although we did allow Charlotte to get back into the game after we had a nice lead. We built a sizable lead. We allowed them to get back into the game. We got to be motivated to rebound. We should be motivated anyway because this is the team that sent us into, I don't want to say a tailspin, but sent us into a firestorm. We can't lose to them a second time in a row. I don't care. We can't lose to them a second time in a row. We got to win this game, man. We got to win this game. Or you're going to send James Dolan pulling his hair out. And you know what James Dolan might do if he starts tripping. Starts getting crazy. Listen, I know for a fact that James Dolan wants to win. He wants to win as much as everybody. He may not be a basketball mind, but he wants to win. Just like you and I. Who knows what might happen if we lose this game, especially if it's a blowout. We need this one. Let's take advantage of the smaller guards, man. We got to take advantage of those guards. You got R.J. Barrett and Frank Ntilikina, both 6'6", 6'7". You're going up against Colin Sexton and Darius Garland, who are both 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2". We got to take advantage of those guys. Post up R.J. Barrett a little bit. Let him shoot over top of the smaller guards. We got to take advantage of that. Because that's 2-hour advantage. We got to take advantage of it. We got to score in the paint, ladies and gentlemen. All right, the Cleveland Cavaliers give up 51.7 points in the paint. That's 27th in the league. But you know what? The Knicks were 29th in the league in scoring in the paint. It's been changing lately because Mitch is back. And we've been finding Mitch at the rim more and more often. Run a screen and roll, finding him at the rim. He's been getting, 5-6 dunks a game. But we need to score in the paint. We need to find different ways to score in the paint because they're vulnerable in the paint. The bench has got to show up. We need the bench. Dennis Smith Jr., Mitch Robinson. Hopefully Mitch Robinson is going to play tonight. We need these guys to show up, show out. Right? Because our starters don't score a lot of points. We get a lot of points from the bench. Mitch, off the bench, the last 2 games, has been killing it. He had 17 points and 12 rebounds last game. Against Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. had 13 points. Our bench really balled out against Dallas. We need our bench to ball out again. All right, we got to rebound the basketball, ladies and gentlemen. All right, last game, we won the rebounding battle. We got to win the rebounding battle again. Okay, the Knicks are, I can't find it, but we're one of the top teams in second chance. Oh, we're number 1 in the league in second chance points. That may be because we missed so many shots. Right? But we've got to continue to get those second chance rebounds. We don't want to get, last game, even though we won the rebounding battle, we turned the ball over a lot. We let these guys get out and score on a fast break. And they're not a fast break scoring team. But we let them get out and score on a fast break. Rebounding, offensive rebounding is part of that. Right? Of course, taking care of the ball is part of it too. Now, we've got to take care of the rebound. Take care of the ball, and we got to rebound. Now, I should have up here rebound / take care of the basketball. So just mark it down in your mental Rolodex, ladies and gentlemen. Take care of the basketball is a big key to the game. We got to take care of the basketball. But there's some other things up here I wanted to emphasize. But we did have 21 turnovers against Cleveland the last game. Take care of the basketball, rebound, negate their fast breaks. Which they're not a great fast breaking team anyway, but against us last game they were. They had 23 points. And then my last thing again is do not switch off Sexton. Do not switch off this man. Let Frank Ntilikina guard Colin Sexton or whatever guard is in the game at that time. Let him play defense on Colin Sexton. You know, all this switching off is going to get us in trouble. It always gets us in trouble. Colin Sexton had 31 points the last game. Let our best defender defend him. I'm not saying Frank's going to shut him down, but let's make it tough for him. Let's not make it easy. He's already lightning fast. Frank already is going to have some trouble guarding him. So we got to make sure we got guys ready to help out. If Frank does get beat, you got to have guys ready to help out. Not switching, though, and just telling Frank, you're going to guard Colin Sexton, you're not going to switch. We're not going to fall into this screen and roll trap where, you know, you switch off. We automatically switch off of Colin Sexton and have one of our bigs guarding Colin Sexton. We're not going to fall into that trap. That might give Frank a different mentality when guarding him, because he knows he's not switching off on him. See, when you know you're going to switch, you know, you might lay back a little bit because you know this screen and roll comes or whatever happens, you're going to switch. Now, you know, maybe he plays a little bit tighter. He's on guard a little bit more because he knows a switch ain't coming. It's me and him, mano y mano. That's how I think you got to play this with him. Keep Frank on Sexton. Don't switch off of him. Right? If you get a chance to trap Sexton, trap him. Try to get that ball out of his hands as much as possible. Right? He's the engine. He's the engine to that team. I'm saying we got to make it tough on him. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm putting this out too late for Coach Fizdale to check out the keys to the game. That's a joke, but, you know, some people, you know, that's a joke, but I don't know. I think Fizdale, like I said, I think Fizdale pays attention to what the fans say a lot. I really do. I think he pays attention a lot to it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see who's in the video chat. We got a couple guys in here. You know, pretty sure. I thought we had a couple guys in here. Maybe we don't. We'll get to a phone call, and then we'll get to the video chat. All right? Let's get to it. Caller, you're on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping?
Bro.
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Pretty good. I just wanted to let you know Kevin Love is out tonight.
Oh, he's out tonight. I didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah.
Kevin Love is out.
Back
all right.
injury.
Oh, he got a back injury. Okay, I
think
didn't
it's
read
more
that.
precaution because they don't want to play back-to-backs and whatnot right now. So
Okay.
yeah, he's out tonight.
Okay, so Kevin Love is out tonight.
Yeah.
Did you
They
see
don't
by
have
any
the starter yet,
chance?
the projected starter for him yet. But
They don't.
yeah,
They
he's
do
out
not
tonight.
have a projected starter for him yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Because also I think Larry Nance Jr. might be out as well.
Yeah,
All right,
he's
so
out
that
too,
changes.
yeah.
So that changes some things. Then definitely changes a few
Yeah.
things. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, well, that's a threat that's a threat that we don't have to worry about. Right? I said that's another threat that we don't have to worry about.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't know if they're gonna go small or big or whatnot, but
Right.
it definitely help, Mitch and I don't have to worry about guarding the perimeter. Thompson, he's been playing well, but he's not gonna stretch the floor like Kevin Love would,
Right.
So.
Right. So we'll see how they play. We'll see how they play that, and who's going to step up and become the starter in that situation. So I'm glad you called in and let us know that. Appreciate it.
Yeah. That's
Appreciate
all it really. So basically we just, like you said before, we gotta let Frank guard Sexton, and no switching. We can't have our bad defenders guarding Portis, Knox, and man. We can't have these guys guarding getting switched off. We need Mitch. We need Mitch on Sexton the whole game. I mean, Frank, my mistake.
Right, Frank. Yeah.
Sexton the whole game.
I got you.
Can't let him go off like that again.
Yeah. I hope we definitely can't let him go off like that again, for sure. Hey, my man, I appreciate the call and the update, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, bro. You got it, man.
All right, peace.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can give me a call in 516-405-2246. Let me get to another call. Caller, y'all live with nothing but Knicks. What's popping?
Yo, Sim, what's going on, man?
I'm chilling, man. What's good with you?
All right. Listen, I agree 100% with you. Our key is going to be stop switching on every single play. We do it every single game. Bobby Portis ends up right by the three-point line, and these guards are killing us in every single game, man.
Yep, every single game, because they got easy. They either, they switch and isolate on one of the big men, and they either take him to the basket or shoot. Step back and shoot. You know what I'm saying?
That's it, man. And yeah. I really appreciate you putting that in the key in the game. I wish Fizdale would do the same thing because I watch every single game and I see it happen on every single play.
Yep.
And that leads to, us having to defend the three-point line with our bigs. And it's, I just don't get it, man. The Knicks don't seem to understand. Other teams make the adjustments. We just seem to do the same thing every single time.
That's right. We need to make those. We need to make that same adjustment every single time, man. I mean, look, listen. There are times. Appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good one. There are times when you can definitely switch, right? Definitely times when you can switch. When you're playing a team and everyone's around the same height, you can switch. If you have good defenders all over the place, you can switch. Right? But when you have a couple of weak defenders on the floor, it's very it gives the team a strategy to score every time down the floor or put themselves in position to score every time down the floor because there's a weak defender. And all they're going to do is switch off onto that weak defender and let their best offensive player match up against that weak defender and take him to the basket. You know what I'm saying? I see Jerry Figueroa. I'm not sure if I said your name right. You said Sexton and Clarkson are key today. And yes, we talked about Sexton. Let's talk about Jordan Clarkson because Jordan Clarkson was having his way at the cup every single time down the floor. Whenever he wanted to go to the basket, he went to the basket. All right, so our bench is going to have to deal with Jordan Clarkson. All right, however, our bench works out. Right now our bench is Dennis Smith Jr., Mitchell Robinson, Bobby Portis, Kevin Knox. Those guys usually come off the bench. So that means Dennis Smith Jr. or Frank Ntilikina or R.J. Barrett may be guarding Jordan Clarkson. They are gonna have to. They're gonna have to stop him too because Jordan Clarkson went to work. I think he had 17 points or something like that against his last game. Caller, you on live with nothing but Knicks. What's popping?
Yo, Sim, what's good, man? Chris from Odenton, Maryland. I'm out here. What's up, man?
Oh, what's going on with you, bro? You're not that far
Chilling,
from me, man.
Yeah, I'm around the way from you. You know what I'm saying? I know you in Waldorf over here in Odenton, Maryland. I used to live out in New York, man. We're talking Knicks right now, right?
All right. Yeah, definitely, man. So
Yeah, I agree with you on the switching stuff, man. There's times where you should switch, but Frankie got to fight through these screens, and that's what he's good at doing. That, you know what I'm saying?
right.
We need him to stay on Colin Sexton all game. You can't let these diminutive point guards get off on us. You know what I'm saying? Also, what I like what Fizz did last game, he started off the game with RJ coming from the weak side, and then RJ would post. He was posting early. He was missing some bunnies, but Taj was there to clean it up. You know what I'm saying? So we got to beat these little guards up with RJ, you know? What do you think about that?
Exactly. That's exactly what we got to do. You know what I mean? One, they're vulnerable at being scored on in the paint. And then two, we have guards that are bigger than both of their guards. We got to use RJ. We got to use RJ, use Frank Ntilikina to score on these guys down in the post. Both of those guys can score a little bit in the post, especially RJ. Right. RJ can do more than a little bit. Frank maybe can do a little bit. But make these guys work, bang them up down in the post. You got size on both of them. You know what I'm saying? And
right, you gotta make them pay for using these small guards. They got 2 6'1" guards. We gotta make them pay. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly, man. That's exactly what we gotta do.
Also, I need Knox to wake up, man. Knox wasn't ball. He had a bad game last game. I need him to wake up and get out this funk. We need to use this bench to our advantage. You know what I mean? This bench, we're supposed to be the deep team. You know what I'm saying? So our second unit has to bring that spark. I'm loving Mitch off the bench. Mitch has been doing his thing, and we need DSJ to stay out of foul trouble. I think we had a good mix going on with the rotation coming out of that Mavericks game. But we just gotta keep it going. That zone, we weren't ready for that zone last game, and once they started scoring on us out of that zone, or we couldn't score out of their zone.
Right.
So they gave us a taste of our own medicine. And after that, it just snowballed from there. Next thing you know, it was a 1-point game. Now we fighting to keep that lead. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I like what we had going on last game. It was just that zone. They threw it at us, and we didn't know what to do with it.
We didn't know what to do.
The game was close again.
And the thing is this. Since we run a zone, you would think that we're practicing against the zone.
Exactly.
Right?
We run the zone, so we should be having good practice with it. Why don't we know how to handle it? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I like when they started flashing. They started flashing Julius to the free throw line and running that little high-low game with him and Mitch. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or if Bobby was there. So you would coach.
Him and Mitch, him and Taj Gibson.
Someone flashed to the foul line. We got to find that person, and once you got that, then you got a mismatch. Now it's like 4-on-3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I seen it one time when Julius Randle found Taj Gibson under the basket when they was running that zone.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, man, I appreciate the call, bro.
No doubt, man. I'm a big fan of the show, man. I've been watching for a while, and it's just tough to get on. I'm one of them late night dudes. I gotta get up early in the morning for work. You know what I mean? So I can't get on the show at night, but I'm just getting off work right now.
Okay.
So it's cool, man. It up with you.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Do what you gotta do, man. Handle your business, man.
Yes, sir. Peace.
All right, man. Peace. Big shout out to Nick Gay. You said we need true leadership from Randle and defense. Yeah, listen, I don't know if we're going to get true leadership from Randle because I don't know if he's that right now. We'll see. And we need his defense, of course. Caller, you on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping?
Hey, what's good, man? It's Jermaine from Newark. Long time. I watch the show all the time, but this is my first time calling, so I'm really excited right now.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you for calling in. Appreciate it, man.
No doubt. About this game tonight, man. I really have a lot. I got a lot of problems with Fizdale right now, man, because it's not only the personnel, it's the play calling, it's putting people in position to be successful, man. A lot of people can't play different. Like Randle, I don't believe he should be bringing up the ball. I think he should earn that right to bring up the ball by playing good basketball right now. He wasn't bringing up the ball in New Orleans either, at least as I saw. When he got the ball, he was on fast break scoring.
Right,
so
right. He played downhill.
He needs to be sat down by either Morris or the coach to tell him that he need to play a certain way until he get comfortable where he at, because he looks like he's a little uncomfortable in his environment.
I think he is a little uncomfortable, though. I think he is a little uncomfortable in the environment, man, because, you know, Fizz is asking him to do some stuff that he hasn't done before. Yeah, Fizz is asking him to do some stuff that he hasn't done before. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's definitely a little uncomfortable.
Right, and as a player coming to a new team, you should ease a person into and not just jump.
Exactly. You ease him in. Yep.
And what's going on with Trier?
I don't know, man. I don't know. He's in Fizz's doghouse for whatever reason. He's in Fizz's doghouse. I can't.
The only thing I can think of is his defense is a little suspect. A little suspect. He tries to play defense, but it's not that good.
Yeah. I mean, last year I thought he was a tough defender. I mean, not like a top defender, but I thought he was a decent defender last year. I don't know.
But
maybe
what they did to him? They talked him out of his game. So in the beginning of the year, he was talking about how he ain't want to be an ISO guy. He was going to stop doing that type of stuff. So what I think is he talked himself out of his game entirely because he don't look like the same player on the floor.
Nah, I agree. There's so much talk about, and I've been saying this for a while. His game is to score. Put him on the floor in situations where he can score the basketball. You know what I'm saying? Don't expect him. Don't expect him to be a floor general. That's not what he does. Play him to his strengths and let him go out there and ball.
Exactly. And my last statement is, I just really believe that Fizz needs to understand that everybody can't play positionless basketball. So you got players on your team, maybe a few of them, maybe 4 or 5 of them can play positionless basketball, but not everybody. So there's certain roles that he really needs to concrete these players to be in. And once he does that, I think it's going to be good, because if it doesn't happen in 20 games, I believe by the 20th game, he's going to be looking to get the boot. And that's all I got to say, man. I appreciate your show, man. I'm going to stay listening, and I'll be tuned in tonight, too.
I appreciate you, man. 10 p.m. tonight. We definitely be on 10 p.m. tonight. Appreciate it, bro. T. Williams, thank you for the super chaser. Sim, what's up with your moderators blocking people and putting people in timeout because we have a difference of opinion? Well, tonight, I got it all worked out. So tonight, you will see no more moderators in there. And I'll be choosing certain people to be moderators because we're having too many problems with moderators. You know what I mean? I didn't want to have to do that, but that's what I'm going to do. So when you come on tonight, you'll only see about 3 moderators. People that, I'm having conversations with about being smart moderators instead of just, throwing people out. And then I'll add more as time goes on because, you can't be putting people in timeout because of a difference of opinion. That's crazy. Doesn't make sense. Caller, y'all live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping?
What's up, Sim?
What's good with you, bro?
My first time calling in, man. I listen to your show all the time, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
This is the Sandman from Yard. The Yard man calling. Right
okay. Yeah. What's going on with you, bro?
Everything is good, man. Love your show, man. Love your show.
Thank you.
Been following you for a minute, but it's my first time really calling it. Yeah, you know what? I want to really say, with Fizdale, with these kids, we don't know what the bench can do, really, for real. Because Fizdale don't give them a chance. I wonder when he's going to do that. We need to know what we have on the bench, though, for real. What do you think?
As far as who? You talking about?
We have Trier, we have Dotson. We have, we have a couple of guys on the bench.
Yeah.
We have young guys and we have a couple other guys. Sometimes starters ain't really clicking. Give them a break. Let's see what the bench can do. I don't know.
Because Dotson's been getting some playing time. Lately. Trier's not getting any. Iggy, he's down to you know, he's going back and forth to the G League team. You know,
they're not getting a shot, man.
You
they got to
know,
get him a shot, man.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure at some point, when we get further in the season, at some point, Iggy's going to get a shot to play. We haven't seen him. We haven't seen him play against NBA competition yet. So I don't.
That's what I'm saying. You got to throw the kid in there, man. Come on. You playing Ellington. Come on, look, Ellington, man. Sometimes, we don't really need it, man.
Yeah, look at Ellington now. I feel you.
And he's not even long term, Come on, what you doing? Put these kids in the game.
Nah, I feel you. Yeah, get him out there, let him play. You know what I mean?
Let him play,
there's
that kid
been
is fearless, man.
Yeah,
he's gonna make some mistakes. Of course, he's gonna make some mistakes. But you got to play the kid.
Yeah, I feel you.
He got heart, man, and he can shoot it, man.
Yeah. And there's been some blowouts where he could. I mean, I think he played in a couple of blowouts, but he hasn't gotten anything significant. I like to see him get out there and do something too.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to give the starters a rest, man. Just see what the bench can do,
Yeah. Nah,
because we ain't gonna win no championship, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We got to see what we have, man. When we gonna start doing that, man? Year 2, man. Year 3. We got to do this now, man. It's about these kids, man. We're trying to win a couple of games, but it's about these kids. What are you going to do? Stockpile in the draft and not play them? They're bringing in these veterans, and we don't know what we have because we want to win now. It's basically the same old thing, slowly creeping back in.
Right.
I don't know. That's my point of view on the whole thing.
I feel you, man. I feel you. I like to see some of these young guys play too.
Well, you know what I say, man? Big up everything that you do, man. For real,
Thank
man.
you. Appreciate
a lot
you,
of
bro.
respect, man. I've been watching you, man, all the time, constantly, man. And I love your show, and I love the way you treat the audience. I love how you treat the callers, because I listen to a lot of other podcasts. And, you up there, dog. For real. Stay up, man. For real.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in. I look forward to hearing from you again. I try to, I do the game previews during the day, so people who don't get a chance to call in at night can call in and stuff like that. So we try to get everybody in there.
All right, Sim, man.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Have a good one.
All right.
Peace. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Knicks play the Cavaliers tonight, and if you looked at the game preview earlier, the graphics that I had up on the screen, we had Kevin Love as one of the starters for the Cleveland Cavaliers, but we've since found out that Kevin Love is not going to play tonight. Right, so Kevin Love is going to be out. Not exactly sure who's going to step up in that starting spot. All right. So we'll see who might step up into that starting spot, but Kevin Love is going to be out. All right. So for that matchup, we had the matchup with Julius Randle and Kevin Love. Obviously that matchup's not going to take place. Maybe now that's going to be Julius Randle and Tristan Thompson. All right. So there's going to definitely be a few different matchups out there. Let me see if there's any updates from the Knicks PR. No updates from the Knicks PR at the moment. I don't see any interviews or anything from shoot around. So we'll see what's going on. Get to another caller. Caller, you're on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping?
Hey, what's going on, Sam? I didn't get the question. It's my first time calling in.
I appreciate you, bro. No real questions right now. We're just kind of talking about what we got to do tonight to win.
For the Cavs game tonight. I think personally, man, like we could use some changes in the lineups and starting lineups. Personally, I'm just getting tired of seeing Julius Randle with his isolation ball. Even Marcus Morris at times, even though he can knock down shots at like clutch moments of the game. I just like to see the offense kind of flow more. And again, Kevin Knox, I would like to see him get some more playing time. I was listening earlier, one of your callers said something in regards to developing the youth and still going in that direction. And we kind of doing the same repetitive thing, like playing the veterans and trying to win now when we should be playing the young guys. So, I would like to see Kevin Knox more, Trier more, Dotson more, maybe switch the lineups up because this Randall and Morris thing is just, man, it's hard to look at, bro.
Nah, yeah. I feel you. I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm pretty sure Fizdale's gonna try to give us some time. I'm not sure what we're gonna do in that area, man, because looking at Morris is more under control than Randall. And you could trust you could trust his scoring a little bit more than Randall. And he's gonna play defense. Randall, right now he looks so confused, man. He just looks so confused about what to do. Hopefully, he starts to get it. It starts to come around. Like I said, he's shooting at 42.3%. That's the lowest he's shot from the field since his second year in the league.
That's pretty bad. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and what makes it his second year in the league is just as good as being his first year in the league because he only played one game, like a half of a game or one quarter of a game in his first year in the league, right? So his second year in the league was basically his first year in the league. So he's shooting at he's shooting 42.3% worse than he did when, basically when he was a rookie.
And I think a lot of it is shot selection too, sir. I mean, if you think about it, yeah, his game is better on the block more so than the perimeter. But I can't stand when I see him get the ball on the perimeter and he takes them 1-2 dribble because the game is so predictable. He's either going right or he's going left to the basket. And either he's going to make the pass at the last minute or he's going to get an offensive foul. It's just, I'd rather him get the ball on the block, maybe take one dribble and one hard dribble to the basket because he's strong. He could finish well at the rim. It'll just give us a better opportunity. It'll give us another look on the offensive end because I think now teams are kind of gearing up for that. Like, okay, dribbles, if Julius Randle get the ball and he brings it up half court, he's, like he's setting up the offense. It's going to be isolation ball, and then we can kind of, attain that situation. I mean, a lot, every game he's good for 2 or 3 charges or turnovers or things like that. I think if we can limit some of those, we'll have some opportunities on the offensive end too. But I think a lot of our issues too is 3-point shooting, man. I think it's just like, I don't know if we just not confident in taking the shots. Other guys taking the shots. I think Morris takes a lot of them. And maybe Kevin takes a lot of them, but you got to run some sets for him. I mean, I'm just not seeing a lot of guys even look confident. I mean, Dennis Smith showed us something in the offseason, like, his workout videos, but, the hitch is back. I mean, his confidence is slowly coming back, but I'm not seeing the 3-point shooting that I thought I would see from the guys over the summer, what they claimed they worked on. And I think a lot of that is hurting us too.
Yeah. I mean, we shoot right now. Let me see what we are in the league. Right now, we shoot 35% from the 3-point line. I think we're somewhere like in the middle of the league.
I think you need to be like 42, 43% to have a chance to win. I mean, because like when I was listening to one of your shows earlier, caller said it seems like you're kind of always on edge. You with the Knicks in terms of like closing out games. It's like, you can never be, like, comfortable. Like, for instance, that Hornets game, when we got up 16, Sam, I knew I had that gut feeling. I think we was up 14. I had that gut feeling like we're going to end up losing this game because it's like we're not used to playing with that league. You know what I mean? That's when you would like to see Fizz kind of run some more offensive sets and not just isolation ball, know?
Yeah. Nah, I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
And, the Knicks as a team are 13th in the league in 3-point shooting as far as percentage is concerned. We shoot 35.8%. 3-point attempts. We attempt. In attempts, we are 28th in the league in attempts at 29.
And see, we just got to let it fly. I mean, we're just not taking enough of them. So I can live and die with them, as long as we take enough of them. Other teams are just letting it fly. It just seems like anybody on any given night can get hot. Devontae Graham has showed us at that Hornets game. It was like we expect them to come in the garden and hit 9 3-pointers. It's like, when will we get a Nick to do that? Like, for instance, I don't want to really see Bobby Porter taking 3-point shots. I'd rather see him play on the block.
That's supposed to be his forte.
Give us some better offensive possessions rather than him just kind of stand in the corner shooting that 3, which some instances it ends up coming up short, Yeah. And it's like it doesn't really give him a chance to get a rebound. I would like to see him play more on the block. like Trier, he's in the doghouse, man. Like, Fizz is still showing he's probably putting more confidence in these guys, but he's got to show us what the rotations like, let guys play and just kind of put some more offensive success together, man.
I feel you, man.
It's rough,
hey,
bro.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I appreciate the call, man.
Yeah.
Definitely
Hey, Tim, I
appreciate
wanted to say something as well, man.
Yeah.
We actually met before, man. I don't know if you remember at the preseason game last year in D.C., you actually, interviewed me too, bro. And we were at the Kevin Knox and Trier, Mitchell Robinson, their rookie season. We was at that game. We actually kind of sat, 2 seats from each other.
Yeah, I remember.
And,
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was doing the stream, and I think
Yeah.
and I think at the end of the game, came over and maybe asked you a couple questions. We was right there in the seats.
Right. And then Alonzo Trier's brother ran into you as well.
Yeah,
That night, that same night.
That same night, yeah.
Yeah. I just want to say it's my first time calling in, man, and actually speaking to you, man. I gotta tell you, it's a pleasure, bro. I mean, I know I've met you before in person, but it's definitely cool to be able to hear my voice on this on your podcast, your stream as well, and for others to hear my perspective. I'm a diehard Knicks fan too, man, and I'm gonna keep listening, bro. I'm gonna keep
Thank
keep
you,
listening,
man.
And like I said, I would like to see even still, man. I would like to see us kind of get aggressive and try to get a star player, man. I mean, sometimes we just got to swing for the fences. I mean, we got a lot of draft picks together, maybe part DSJ and some of these guys, and try to get the money situation together, man, and try to get a Bradley Beal or maybe go out and try to get somebody that can put the ball in the basket. Because I mean, I think scoring is our major issue, bro. Thanks for taking my call.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. And look, we talked about scoring and we talked about, isolation ball and all that kind of stuff. We picked up guys. A lot of people talk about the three-point shooting. I will say one thing. The management did try to find some guys that can shoot threes. Wayne Ellington's supposed to be able to shoot 37% from the field. He hasn't done it. Bobby Porter's supposed to be shooting 39% from the three-point line. He hasn't done it. And I meant Wayne Ellington shooting 37% from the three-point line. Neither one of those guys has come through. Management did try to bring in some guys that could shoot the three. Neither one of those guys have come through shooting the three. You know what I'm saying? They tried to put some guys around that could knock down the three. They haven't been knocking them down, right? But then, of course, we still are playing that isolation basketball. And I don't know if you guys heard, but this is what Coach Fizdale had to say about the team playing isolation basketball. All right, let's take a listen to Coach Fizz.
Got to just keep hammering that habit home. But it is funny how that works, though, right? Like, I don't hear anybody bitching about Houston isolating. They hold the ball the whole game, but they score 1,000 points. So, I think it's just a matter of finding balance in what they do. But I know for our team, for us to have true success, we have to have consistent. Got to just keep.
So now, and let me. He talks about how it works. Of course, Houston is not. People aren't going to complain, and people do complain about Houston's offense. Playing isolation basketball. Coach Fizz, they do complain about it. A lot of people complain about Houston playing isolation basketball, and that being the reason why they haven't been able to advance past the Western Conference Finals because they play isolation basketball. But also, we don't have James Harden, nor do we have Russell Westbrook. We don't have players of that caliber. So yes, you're right. We need ball movement. That's what we need. So, if people complain about us playing isolation basketball, rightfully so, Coach. And if they don't complain about Houston, I guess you could say rightfully so to them as well, because they have guys that can score in isolation consistently, and we do not. Just saying, man. Get to one more call. I got about 9 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen. Caller, you're on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's pop? Yeah. You're on live,
Hey, what's
bro.
going on, man? Hey, just want to say, lifelong Knicks fan. Watching pretty much every single game since 2003. So we've seen some things, and keep enlightening them. About tonight, though, man, I've been saying all year, everybody around me knows when I think about this, DSJ, Dennis Smith Jr., that's our X factor. That's how we're going to win tonight. That's how we're going to be dark horses. That's the only way we're going to have success. We need a point guard that can attack, that can penetrate. So I'm riding with DSJ all the way. And Coach Fizz, man, he needs to get his act together because we're getting out coached every night, and this team's not good enough to win when we're getting out coached. And yeah, we need to do better because right now he's not looking like the answer. Not looking like the answer.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. And look, tonight, man, if Coach Fizdale, if we get blown out tonight by 20, I think coaches be gone. That's just my opinion. That's strictly my opinion.
Man,
if we get blown out by 20,
as much as I want him gone, I mean, it's not that I want him gone, but I want him to do good. I'm sure you do too, man. But I mean, you know, there's talent on this team. It's not like this is not last year, and not even last year. This isn't like the last 7 years. Like, we don't have no Travis Ware or any obvious G League player playing. We have a roster full of NBA players. We're supposed to be on it's a perfect example at the end of the Charlotte game. They call timeout, they get an open three. We call timeout, we get a contested midi. Like that's on the coach. That's all on the coach. And it's no to do with this, man. Hey, if I had it my way, Donnie Walsh would still be the GM. We'd probably be in a whole different position right now. But I was listening, and yeah, man, I love your show, man.
Appreciate you,
Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Appreciate you. And ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, tonight at 10 p.m., the game starts at 7 o'clock tonight. Tonight at 10 p.m., we will have the post-game show. All right, so I did put a link in the YouTube chat. All right, so you can click on that link, and when you click on that link, you can go ahead and set your reminders. All right, go ahead and set your reminders. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe right now and then ring that notification bell so you'll be notified when I do go live. I've seen some people say it's their first time joining NBK, first time in the chat. I appreciate having you guys here, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. So we now got Andy in the chat. Andy came to join us. See what Andy thinks. I got about 6 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be heading up out of here, but I do want to talk to Andy. Andy, what's going on with you, bro?
Yo, what's up, Sim? What's up, chat? Sim, I got 3 things to touch on.
All right.
First thing about the defense. I'm not a fan of switching. So the only thing that I would maybe accept from Fizz is to try to put Frank in a box and one. You know, when he just stays on his man and the rest of the guys stay, like in a zone, like 2 and 2. Then he has to run around Sexton and you don't even try to, switch him to anyone. But that will work to maybe even a different team than the Cavs, because the Cavs have Garland, they have a couple of other guys that can spread the floor and stuff like that. But he can try it in spurts at least. The other thing is, if I would be Fizz, you gotta start to play man-to-man without switching. Then you're gonna have the opportunity to see which guys are slacking or lacking on defense, and then you are going to be able to sit Randall. and the last thing, Sim, like I told you like a year ago, I think, I was asking for a European time show, and as you see, you got all new people, man.
Yeah,
so
man.
It's supposed to be a show for us European fans, and it's getting you another 10K of US fans, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. New people. I love to see it. We got new people in the chat.
Yeah, me
you know
too.
What I'm saying? New people in the chat, people we haven't seen before. So that's great. That's real good.
Yeah.
Real good.
Cool thing.
Yeah, man. So do you think we win tonight?
Sam, I'm going with the loss, and I hope I'm going with the reverse psychology, man. Actually, not even the reverse. I'm going to say they're going to lose all the games, man. I just want to be surprised when they get the W.
Okay.
And like I told you, these games are so much tiring for me because I got to go to bed like at 11. Then I wake up at 1 in the night. I stay up to 4:30. And then I, again, have a 2-hour nap, and then I wake up for work, right? So if they're playing like a back-to-back or, a day off and another game, it's really tiring, man. And if they don't get their stuff together, man, I'm not going to be watching them live because this is going to kill me.
I feel you. I definitely feel you, man. I definitely feel you. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to head up out of here, man. Tonight, 10 p.m.
Cool.
All right, tonight, 10 p.m. We'll be doing the post game analysis tonight at 10 p.m. All right, Andy, I thank you for joining us. And I don't know if I'll get a chance to see you tonight. If not, then I'll see you tomorrow's game preview.
Yeah, I'm going to rewatch it for sure at work, man. So
all right,
I'll be
cool.
with my spirit with you guys.
All right, definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm heading up out of here. I do want to remind you, if you're going to buy tickets to a Knicks game or any other kind of sporting event, concert, whatever it is, go to SeatGeek.com and use the code NBK. You get $20 off your first visit. All right, remember, go to SeatGeek.com. Use the code NBK. You get $20 off your first visit. If you're a Puma fan, you like Pumas, go into the description of this link. You can click on that link there, and you can get some good prices on some Puma gear. All right, I already got that hooked up for you. Go in, you click that link right in the description. The SeatGeek link is in the description as well. Also in the description, my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Go ahead and follow me there, ladies and gentlemen. Sportscaster as well. If you're on Sportscaster, you haven't followed me, go ahead and follow me. All right, and I'm out, ladies and gentlemen. I think the Knicks are going to win tonight. I'm going to say that. I think they're going to win. I do think that they believe that this brings it full circle. I think they feel that way. But I will say, if the Knicks lose, it's going to ruffle some feathers, maybe. Some people are not going to be happy. But if they get blown out, I really feel like if they get blown out, Fizdale might be let go. That's just my feelings. That's just what I think. Just because it's kind of full circle. You know what I mean? I don't know. I hope, listen, I don't want Fizdale to get fired. I think that he deserves the year. You got 9 new players on the roster. I'm not saying that I agree with everything that Fizdale does. And I got a lot of questions about Fizdale and who he puts in at certain times in the game and everything. A lot of questions. System ball, what system and, how he's holding players accountable and stuff like that. I have a lot of questions. But I do believe he deserves the chance to work through this roster of 9 new players. I do think that. But I also am afraid that the Knicks get blown out tonight, he might be gone. That's just what I think, man. Or if he's not gone, he'll be really, really close to being gone if they get blown out tonight. At home, again, to the Cleveland Cavaliers, if they come out without that kind of energy and fire, when they should, because of what happened in the last game, that'd be a problem. That'd be a big problem, man. I think that'd be a big problem. And Coach and Steve Mills and David Fizdale, Steve Mills and Scott Perry would have something to say about that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. I got to get to basketball practice. We got our first game tomorrow. Hopefully it goes well. So we got a lot of stuff to get to in practice. So I'm out of here, and I will catch you guys tonight at 10 p.m. Don't forget, 10 p.m. post-game analysis. Hopefully we can come in smiling tonight, man. I'm out of here. Peace.
That's the jig.